on here, I'm going to be making an envelope, and I'm going to be using the We Are Memory Keepers envelope punch. You can pick them up second hand if you don't want to buy new, but this is the one that I've got, and on here it gives you the just down this side here, that is the card size that you want to make. The biggest it goes is 6 by 8.5, so be aware of that if you're buying one of these, unless you can get a bigger one. I don't know. This is the only one I've got, and it goes down to 2 by 3.5 gift card size, so you know you can make little envelopes, which is good for your journals and your scrapbooking, etc. Or even for, you know, popping a little gift card in. And they're so easy to make. So that's the card size it lists there. That's in inches. And here it gives you the size of the paper that you need to cut here. And then on this side it tells you where the score line is. Like for the 2 by 3.5, you'd line it up with the 2. Sorry, the 2. Got my glasses on here, I'm not seeing properly. The 2. So, you know, it's that's it. So you just go along there. And that's in millimetres. And that one there is your centimetre millimetre sizes. So you get an extra one. If that's what you work in, you can stick that on. I work in inches. I'm an old-fashioned gal. And you also get the list of everything on there, all the sizes. And again, these are all in millimetres, centimetres. And here gives you the instructions. But I'm doing this because I didn't find that quite as helpful as I thought it would be. So here we go. I'm going to make an envelope that is 4 inch by 4 inch, which is this one here. So it's telling me I need my paper to be 6 7/8 by 6 7/8, which is exactly how I have cut it. You get a score tool with it here, it's just in the side there, which is handy. And it's saying that my score line is 3.5, which is going from this side, that's 3 inch, 3.5, then up to 4. So I'm going to place that at the 3.5, and I'm going to punch like that. And then here you've got this line here, that's your score line. So you go along with your score tool and you score it like that. And then you turn it anti-clockwise. And can you see this little bit that juts out here? You're going to line your score line up with that. Exactly up with it. And then you're going to punch again. And again, score. Like that. Anti-clockwise again. And punch again. I don't know if I mentioned, the paper I'm using is the new Electric Ink download, a digital download from Carly Duff. This is one of the papers that you get. Gorgeous, isn't it? So I've done that. So I take that out, anti-clockwise again, and I'm lining that up with that line and the score line, so it all lines up. I'm going to punch and then do my score line again. And can you see it's made that square inside? Now another genius thing about this machine is turn it round, and you've got your corner punch right at this end here. So you pop it in, press down, it takes that sharp edge off, pop it in, press down, third one, and the last one. There we are. So those are all the bits. So then you get your bone folder, your scoring tool, as well as a bone folder, and you sharpen those lines like that. So those are your sides going in. And that's your bit that's on top. Don't worry if it doesn't line up perfectly, you know, I mean, it is what it is, isn't it? And I've got my glasses on, I didn't need them on, so it's not quite as perfect as I would have liked. So I'm going to put that in there. That's the right way. You'll find as you twist it around, you'll find that it does actually work out pretty perfect. So there you are, there you have it. I'm going to just pop a little bit of glue there, and then obviously that's going to go down that side and that side. So I'm with my tape gun going down there, down there. I'm going to pop that up like that. And there I have my little 4x4 envelope. How beautiful is that to send? And what I did was, with Carly's paper, I made a little 4x4 card. It says, "You are so loved and appreciated," I've stamped on top. And you can write a little message in to your friend or family or anyone that's just needing a bit of a hug in an envelope. Pop it in. Perfect for a 4x4. Stick that down. And you can either write on your envelope or you can put a label on. But how easy was that? These are the other little envelopes I made. This was a little 3x3. I think this was 3x2.5, which is good for just putting on your journals, scrapbooks. I did this for a 5x7 card. I'm going to be making a 5x7 card, and I wanted a nice envelope, so how quick is that? And there you have it. That's your Memory Keepers punch board, envelope punch board. Thanks for watching. Hope that's been helpful. Bye bye.